Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be honest, I don't really use Apocalypse anymore, and I have not for quite some time. The only time I sometimes use him is when I want to make somebody into a horseman. Usually I bring him and Cable, and then, well, a combination of other people into it. I love the Apocalypse, Cable, and Wolverine trio, though if you compare that to like Domino, Massacre, and Red Hulk, it doesn't feel as exciting to me. And maybe that's just my own personal preference, but it is what it is. So, for the last year plus, I have refused to do something that a lot of people did. And when I pull up my poll series and I talk about the best mutant champions as voted by the community in the poll series, Apocalypse still finished number 2 this month. Archangel was 1, Apocalypse was 2, Domino 3, Bishop 4, Sunspot 5, Red Mag 6, Iceman 7, Omega Red 8, Kitty Pride 9, Danny Moonstar 10. Now, I truly believe that there is no debating that Onslaught will be, at worst, a top 5 champ, but most likely, he will compete directly with Archangel, Apocalypse, and Domino for the top spot. And it would not surprise me if in 3 months, when we got to see him more in the game and got a chance to vote on him, since so many people are just voting on him basically either on like a 3 or 4 star or just seeing other YouTube videos because they don't have him yet, it would have just been off of rumored reputation more than actual gameplay. So, the community still values Apocalypse a lot, but I don't use him. However, my goal now is to keep my word, and I promised several friends of mine who are big fans of Apocalypse, including our beloved Mama Bear, that eventually I would take him to at least rank 4, because I still think he's got a lot of value. Well, I was thinking about who I was going to rank up for the level up event this weekend, and it just kind of hit me that, like, you know what? I really should take the time to finally keep my word. And I've got some trophy tokens from Battlegrounds rewards. These are still terrible. My tier 3 alpha currently is so much better than my tier 3 alpha is so much better than my tier 6 basic that I just bought the tier 6 basic, didn't touch the tier 3 alpha, and now I've got 3 fully formed tier 6 basic, 3.5 really, and I still have 4.5 almost tier 3 alpha. So because of daily Valiant crystals, that's where all of those come from. It's also worth noting that Valiant players have this really ridiculously cool opportunity to get fully formed tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic once a month from the login calendar, before we get a pretty decent amount of free 7-star shards to end the month. So, that's cool. So, look, my goal is to take Apocalypse up to rank 4, and then to take his twin, as I call him, his partner in crime, Cable, up. And you can see they're next to each other, almost the same PI. So, this is the rank up that I'm finally doing. And it will feel better to use him not at rank 3 when I'm using him in event quests. I still think Apocalypse is one of those champions that, unlike Archangel, has not really evolved with the times well. He still has utility, but I think it's a little limited, and maybe that's a hot take, I don't know. But comparing him to even the aforementioned Onslaught feels almost unfair to him. I think he used to be a really good defender. I don't know about you, but if somebody puts Apocalypse now on defense, I get excited to fight him. I think, oh, this is going to be a win. That is not the case with Onslaught. Heck, that's not the case with Domino. And it's certainly not the case depending on who I have left for Bishop. But that is the case for Apocalypse. It wasn't the case at first. He was the champion that Kabam understandably chose to be quite a few seasons of an Alliance Quest boss. But now, he's sort of who you put out on defense when you need somebody to stall winning the match, but you kind of reminds me of Nimrod. You know, Nimrod can be a decent defender because that power gain is so great. But he's very easy to dex his special one, and I find that he's kind of fun to fight, especially in Battlegrounds. So, Apocalypse is now at rank 5. I am a man of my word. It took over a year, but I promised people that I'd eventually rank them up. If I wasn't Valiant and I didn't get Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha like they were candy now, I probably wouldn't do this rank up. But this is my first of 2 mutant rank ups. My next rank 4 will be Cable because I want to pair them together for obvious synergy purposes. All right, YouTube. Thank you so much again for all the support you've given my channel this weekend and this year. I went from feeling like a has-been to start 2024 to feeling like I can still make a difference in this community. And I'm proud of that. I'm never going to take that for granted. And with your support, I never will.